You know what, man? It is it's exactly that time of the week that you're expecting it to be. It's Chris Petrone Weekly, and it's episode 31. 31. That's right. 3-1. A 31. 31. It's that episode 31, baby. This is the podcast that's not exactly weekly. I mean, it is. It is. Really. It is. But not quite. You know, I woke up a little earlier than I would have liked to today. I had a knocking on the door, a rapping, if you will, on my door from the maintenance crew. Now, I knew it was coming, and I even set an alarm for myself, but the alarm didn't go off for whatever reason. So I was awoken by the napping. So I was like, just a minute. And I put a shirt on and I ran down there. And there was some dude, and I threw on a mask because he was wearing a mask. And I was like, oh, shit, for human contact, I should probably wear a mask. So I was like, all right, let me put a mask on. Here you go. And he came in 2 seconds, like literally 90 seconds maybe totally. He walked through the apartment, scoped out the building, you know. It's not a large apartment. It's like 700 something square feet, which is fine. And, he checked it out and then he left. Boom, done. Simple as that. I'm clear to move out. All I have to do is turn in my key fob for the gym that I never used because it was closed the entire time, which is fine. You know, I'm not, whatever, it's fine. But here's you know what? Here's the issue I have with that, though. Like, if gyms started opening elsewhere, like my gym that I go to Planet Fitness here in Chapel Hill, I can go. You mask up. Actually, now you don't have to if you have a vaccine, but for the most part, like previously, it was open. You just have to mask up, right? And you wipe down your machine after you're done with it. But you already do that anyway. So if gyms in general are allowed to be operating, you know, as long as you're masked, why isn't our apartment gym open? Whatever. I was annoyed by that. I was like, dude, I'm paying for it, right? Technically, but it's no big deal. Anyway. So I have to return that stuff, and then I'm clear for landing, baby. I'm clear for landing. And I know I'm wearing this hat, and it's like dark here. The reason it's dark, okay, the light that I typically use here as my key light when I'm filming is downstairs, like ready to go. It's everything's getting packed up. Like my apartment is pretty much empty aside from what you see in this shot right now, the mirror, the night table, and this table. Everything else, it's not empty, but it's like everything is ready to get sent out, ready to go. Like I'm either selling it or I'm chucking it if it's like some old crap that, you know, people aren't going to buy. Then I'll chuck it. If it's something I think I can get some money for, I'll sell it on Facebook Marketplace, and then I'm out. I'm leaving, like, I'm going to leave here. I'm going to leave, like, in the next 2 days, probably. If I'm crazy, I'll leave today, but I probably won't do that. I might even go down into town and have a beer one last time in Chapel Hill, you know. Maybe not, though. I might just, like, chill tonight and make sure I sell everything. Clean out the apartment. It took me longer than I expected it to yesterday. You know, I went until midnight. I started around like 4:00 p.m. and it took me till like it was like 8 hours of moving, like putting stuff in my car, selling stuff. I had some people picking up some things. You know, just clearing stuff out, getting rid of like old, like basically, here's my thing when it comes. So I'm a chucker. I'm not a hoarder. I'm a chucker. And I think you guys probably know that from my TikToks and how I like to keep things organized and neat. And if you didn't know that, now you know. Like I like a minimalist kind of vibe, not over the top minimalist, but in general, you know, I like to have fewer things, you know, more items. I'm not a good gift receiver either. Like if people send me things, I'm like, if I don't have a direct use for it, it's gonna get chucked probably or sold or. But then I feel bad. Like if it's something that is really meaningful, and I feel bad like getting rid of it, sort of, a little bit, not really, but like, dude, hold on, let me get some water. You know what I mean? I'm not a good gift receiver because I don't like things. I don't like items around me. Like I'm very meticulous. Like I'm moving to this new place with very, very few things that I already own. I gave my bed to Ryan. I sold my couch. The dressers and stuff, they're like the really cheap ones from Target. I posted them up on Facebook Marketplace. We'll see if anybody wants them. If not, they're gonna get chucked. Like I'm not bringing any of this shit with me. I don't want it. You know, I'm starting from scratch. I'm going to plan my apartment living space down to every little last thing that you see in there. I'm not even bringing my glassware. I'm bringing my silverware, but that might get replaced. You know, I'm literally going to do so much. I'm going to be like looking online, looking on Pinterest for the cutest shit. Like I'm going to get everything exactly how I want it. Right. And especially because I plan to, I think that the things that I acquire in this next move, whether it be furniture or whether it be silverware, glassware, plate, whatever. All that stuff. It's going to be kind of like it's going to be a little bit of a longer term investment. Here I got things that I was kind of like, yeah, whatever, right? I just went into Target or Walmart or whatever and bought some stuff, and I was like, okay, that'll do. I got stuff on the cheaper end, but I'd like to get some things that I'm maybe like I'm going to actually carry with me for a while. And for the most part, nothing here in Chapel Hill is coming with me to Florida. But when I move to Florida, I think the next time I move, that stuff will probably come with me. I'll probably get like some sort of truck and drive it on to my next living location. So I'm going to be getting some stuff that actually requires a bit more planning and thought. I'll be getting a new mattress, which is cool. That's like one of the bigger purchases. Mattresses are like $1,000, so I'm going to be getting a mattress that'll last me a long time, like a nice quality one. But other than that, I'm also not a very extravagant person either. Like, I don't have expensive things in my apartment. Like, I don't like to do that very much, I'm a simple guy, man, and it doesn't take a whole lot to make me happy, and it doesn't take a whole lot of money to make me happy either, I like money. More money is good, but I don't have these aspirations of being like a multi-millionaire. I mean, who knows? Maybe I will one day. But like, well, multi-millionaire, I don't know. Let's not even start crunching numbers. My point is, I don't need to be living in a palace. You know what I mean? I don't need to have like fancy shit. I don't need to be wearing the new fucking Yeezys and shit. Like, I don't roll that way, man. I want a couple good pairs of jeans, give me some sneakers, and like a couple of hoodies and t-shirts. I'm happy, a flannel. I'm good, man. I don't need to be all fancy and shit. And I appreciate people who are like that as well. But like, if you have expensive taste, that's cool, man. I'm sure there's people out there who are like, I wanted to become this because I know it made a lot of money and I have expensive taste and it makes me happy to buy the new car and it makes me happy to buy. And that's cool, man. Whatever makes you happy. That shit doesn't make me happy. You know what makes me happy? Good friends, good interpersonal relationships, really great food, good sex, like playing some video games, getting some exercise, man, going outside, going to the beach, enjoying like the world around you, enjoying nature, having a good drink, man, That's the stuff that gets me going fishing maybe every once in a while. I like a little bit of fishing. I'm going to do some fishing when I'm down in Florida for sure. For sure. All right, we're back. So what happens is my camera powers off after 8 minutes and you have to adjust the setting. But every time it reboots, like I actually like remove the battery and stuff and I had to play with it. So it rebooted the camera. So it went back to that 8-minute default. So that's why it turned off. And I just had to fix that. Anyway, might do some fishing, man. Look, it's a simple things, man. Okay. Here's something I wanted to talk about with you guys that happened. And there's a lot to talk about this week. It was an eventful weekend. And there's plenty to talk about, and I'm happy to talk about it. Got my water here. I'm ready to go, baby. Chris Petrone Weekly, episode 32. Let's get some fucking hype in the chat. I really am attracted to, and I discovered this. Give me one sec. I gotta. Excuse me. I have to clear out the throat a little bit. I'm very, very attracted to, and I discovered this while scrolling through TikTok, women who like maybe dress and appear to be what might be considered like your stereotypical like bi girl or lesbian girl. And I don't mean like I don't mean like butch, like I don't mean like kind of shaved head, like wearing a flannel, like that sort of. I guess that's kind of like a stereotypical look as well. But I mean like wearing like the beanie, no makeup, and like I don't know, maybe like not very girly dress, and of course there are, that's, man, don't come at me, motherfuckers. Like, sexuality, you can dress however you want. Yeah, I get it. Fucking shit, Jesus. I get it. I'm saying like, come on. You guys know what I'm talking. I'm saying like people who, like when you look at someone and go, oh, you dress in such a way that might be quite commonly perceived to be like, oh, you look like you're interested in women, and you are a woman. Anyway, fucking, you guys know what I mean. I'm attracted to that, man. I like that. There's a couple of girls that I know on the internet who are bisexual who kind of nail that look. They very little makeup, or sometimes they wear makeup, but not it's not like a typical part of their routine. They dress in what may be considered like kind of like a skater or like a tomboy or like a, I don't know, just not super over the top feminine or anything like that. I fucking love that, man. I love that. I envision a future in which I have a girlfriend who is like super into girls and dresses kind of like that, and like people might look at her and go, oh, she's like lesbian or whatever, and I'm like, fuck yeah, like she's great, she's cool. I dig that. I'm not really about the sundress girls necessarily. You know who I was never like, Jessica Day from New Girl. Yeah, not into it. I think she's fucking cool, and I think we'd be homies. But that look doesn't really get me going, man. It doesn't really get me going all that much. I'll be honest with you. And I wish I had some examples of women who, like, I'm not going to show you guys actual women from life that I know. I wish I had some visual examples to show you, but I think you guys kind of get the vibe. You either get what I'm saying or you don't. And if you don't, that's okay. It's all good, man. It was a thought that I had, and I was like, I like that. I like that a lot. So that's cool. I don't know. It's an interesting observation. I downloaded this thing called Wallpaper Engine. It's on Steam. It was like $4. I would highly encourage you guys to download it. In fact, those of you who are watching on YouTube, I'm going to invite you to take a look at my display capture right now, because I think you'll really like the way it looks. You can see, I'm showing it on the screen right now. The listeners, I'm sorry, just bear with me for a moment. I'll describe it for you. But basically, my icons on my desktop, you know how like if you're working on a PC, you'll have on the bottom of your screen, although you can move it to different parts of your screen, but most likely it's on the bottom of your screen. It's like your task tray, right? You have all your like icons and stuff. Mine are very tiny. I made it very minimal and like minimized, so it's down on the bottom. It's very, very tiny. It's slim. And then the desktop background is this floating like astronaut, and it's animated. It's slightly animated. And he's holding this like space jellyfish, and it's very colorful, and it's glowing, and there's particles coming off the jellyfish, and there's shooting stars in the background. But it's very subtle, and it's just nice, and it's crisp, and it's clean, and it looks really nice. And I like it a lot. It's called Wallpaper Engine on Steam, and you can pick what your wallpaper, and there's many wallpapers with these sorts of features. With like the glowing stuff. There's many wallpapers. It is the best wallpaper. I'm not doing it. I can't do impressions. But anyway, it's good stuff, man. I think it's really cool, and it makes me happy. It makes me happy to see a nice, crisp, and clean desktop background. It gets me going. It gets the people going. Okay? It's provocative. And it just brings a smile to my face to have everything nice and crisp and clean. Desktop icons? No. Like when you download a program and it's like, do you want a desktop shortcut? No, I don't. What? Who is she? I don't even know her. No, bro. No, thank you. So that's how I feel about that, actually. So there you go. I've been playing a lot of Valorant lately. I like Valorant. It's a good game, man. And I know some of you listening probably don't give a crap, but hey, man, we're going to talk about different topics today, and there's some good stuff I want to include too. I have some interesting stuff to talk about later that might dip your pickle. But for now, I want to tell you guys about Valorant, man. Valorant. I'm going to explain it to you because I'm sure some of you don't really know a whole lot about Valorant, and you might know somebody in your life. Maybe one of your gamer friends or people you know, or maybe you go on a date and there's this guy and he's a little bit nerdy and he plays Valorant, and you're like, you know what? I want to know the basics. I want to be able to keep up in this conversation. It's a good move. I applaud you for that, for putting in the time to learn about Valorant. Let me explain it to you very briefly here. Valorant is a shooting game. It's a 5 versus 5 shooting game. You try to kill the people on the other team with guns and or your skills. And there are different characters who have different skills and abilities to use in order to help their team win. All the while, there are 2 bomb sites, A site and B site. There's an attacking team and a defending team. The attacking team has to carry a bomb, so to speak, to one of those bomb sites, plant the bomb, which takes approximately 5 seconds, I don't know. And then a timer begins to go down, say 45 seconds. In that 45 seconds, the defending team has to try and go to the bomb site and defuse the bomb in order to win the round. If the bomb explodes, the attacking team wins. If they defuse the bomb, the defending team wins. You can also win by killing all the other players on the other team before the bomb even gets planted. For example, if you're the attacking team and you go to A site or B site, whichever one you choose, and you're attempting to plant the bomb, but before you could even plant the bomb, your whole team gets killed, you lost. And you lost one round because of that, right? So the winner is decided on who can win 13 rounds. So these games last, 45 minutes, something like that. And they're long. But you might be thinking, wait a second, if you're on the attacking side the whole time, what if it's kind of unfair? Like, what if it's harder to attack than it is to defend? That's a great point. Well, after a total of 12 rounds, so let's say you are on the attacking team and you win 6 rounds, and the defending team wins 6 rounds. That's been 12 rounds total. Now you switch. So now you guys are defending and the other guys are attacking, right? Seems pretty fair to me. And it's the first team to win 13. So it's pretty cool. And there's different characters, man. Some characters can drop down an orb of smoke so that you can't see what's on the other side of the smoke. It's perfect for concealing movement. Like, let's say you're like, hey, let's go to A site, but let's drop, hey, Omen. That's one of the names of the characters. Hey, Omen, can you smoke right here? And you mark it on the map for him. That way they can't see us enter into A site and we can like sneakily get in. Perfect. Great. Hey, Breach. That's another character's name. Can you, Breach has flash grenade. Breach can shoot out like a flash grenade and like blind anybody who's within eyeshot of it, right? Hey, Breach, why don't you shoot a flash grenade through that wall over there near the defending team spawn so that it blinds them and we can safely enter? Pair that with Omen's smoke. Ooh, now we got something, Hey, Killjoy, why don't you use your ultimate to create a sphere around this area that anybody standing inside of it in 7 seconds gets paralyzed for a few moments, right? And that way the defending team can't enter this area. They have to wait until it goes away to then come in. And that delay allows us to get the plant down on the bomb site. Like things like that, right? It's pretty cool. And you coordinate that as a team. And that's where some of the skill and strategy comes into play. And it's really, really interesting, really, really cool. Aside from the fact that you need to be good at clicking people's heads. That's essential. You need to be good at shooting them, right? So it's a combination of teamwork, using your skills in conjunction with one another, but also being a good shot and being able to click and kill the other team with your gun, which is the, normal way, kind of. So it's quite an interesting dynamic. I've been having a lot of fun with that. There's different ranks, man. You can play competitive. So there's different ranks. There's iron, which is the worst. There's bronze, silver, gold, diamond, platinum, immortal, radiant, I think. I don't know. Something like that. Very interesting. I'm in silver 3. So it goes like iron 1, iron 2, iron 3, bronze 1, bronze 2, bronze 3, silver 1, silver 2, silver 3. So I'm in silver 3, and I'm hoping to rank up into gold 1. That's my goal right now. I'm trying to get to gold. So I think it's pretty cool. It's fun. I'm enjoying myself. I'm having a good time. And that's my little hobby right now. And, it's difficult. Maybe I'm just making an excuse, but it is a little bit difficult to make TikToks of the type of TikToks that I make when my apartment's empty. Like I moved everything out yesterday. So I don't really know if I'm making any new tampon related TikToks. Maybe I'll make some like road trip related ones and showcase kind of where I'm going, like stuff like that. But it's a little bit hard to do that right now in the next couple of days here. So I've been playing some Valorant, man. I've been actually yesterday I really didn't. I played one game before bed, but I finished moving like everything. And it was like midnight, and I'm like, I'm gonna play a game of Valorant before bed, man. I wanted to play Valorant all day, but I've been like moving shit out for the last 8 hours, and I played a little bit of Valorant last night, but I might play a little bit today, man. Who knows? I gotta. Once I finish this, I'm gonna get some food inside me, and then I'm going to continue moving stuff out of my apartment. I have some garbage I need to throw out. I have some stuff I need to go and put in my car. I might take off. Let's see what the date is today. It's the 25th. 26 is tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to do, dude. I don't know what I'm going to do. I have to call this apartment complex and make sure I'm approved. Because if they haven't approved me yet, it's like, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing, step bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you haven't approved me yet, then where am I going to go? Where am I going to live, bro? You know? Like, shit. I'm going to give them a call and see. They need to check over some paperwork of mine. And they haven't gotten back to me yet. So I'll give him a call. I'll see what's up. I would like to move in. Bro. You know, I need to become a Florida resident. I need to get health insurance. That's pretty important, I think. Here's my need to do's. I'm just gonna air them out so that way I can, I'm communicating with you guys. Step 1, I need to call this place and make sure that I'm approved to move into this apartment. Okay. Step 2, I need to become a Florida resident. Okay. Step 3, I need to get health insurance. Hopefully not super expensive. I don't know how it works, but I know that there's a range of different prices and stuff and whatever. I don't know if this is step 4 or 5, but I need to contact brands to do some brand deals and stuff, man. Make sure in life that people are paying you, man. Make sure you're getting paid. And so that's what I'm going to do with my content, man. You spend all this time on making content and streaming and stuff, get paid. You know? Don't do things for free. You can do things for free, but don't if you're spending a lot of time doing something in life and you really are putting a lot of time and effort into it, don't do it for free. If you could use the money. And I can. So I'm going to be contacting brands and making some moves. I'm going to try to get on the phone with these people. I think I'm a lot better spoken than I am at written, you know. I think if I get on the phone with somebody, I can really get down to the nitty-gritty of it and be like, okay, what exactly, how much money makes sense for you? This is how much money makes sense for me. What exactly do you want to see? I start asking them questions about their brand, nailing down the goals. We get on the same page. We work together. We're a team. And that's what I'd like to do. So I'm going to do that with this brand. I'm going to email them back today and ask them if they want to get on a call. And I think that's going to be a good move, man. I feel good. So I'd like to buy, let's see, I'm going to set a little goal for myself here. By the end of June, I'd like to be partnered with a menstrual hygiene product brand. By the end of June. That's my goal. That's my goal that I'm setting for myself. I'd like to be partnered with a menstrual hygiene CPG brand, That's what I'd like to be doing. That's what I'd like to be doing, man. So, in the content marketing space, bro, that's what I'd like to do. I'd like to do that. And there's one brand that I'm talking to, but I'm not sure if they, you see, it's different. There's some brands who are down, they're interested in TikTok marketing, but they're kind of hesitant and they're like, I don't know if we've never done this before. We're scared to spend money on it. And it's okay. And then there's other brands who are like, yeah, here you go. Good. Yes, we want that. Here's a bunch of money. Here you go. And ideally, I'd like to work with brand 2. But those brands might be harder to secure. You know what I'm saying? There's a balance to be had. Brands who are very happy to work with you might be okay, how's $200? And it's no. And then brands who are maybe less inclined to work with you because they can pick whoever the hell they want. They have the money, but they're well, they're hard to get in touch with, They're hard to lock it down. So there's a balance to be struck there. And that's all part of the game, baby. But hey, man, it's life. I'm just trying to make some stuff happen. I'm trying to make a living out of what I do and what I love to do, man. So content creation, it's going to be good stuff. I'm excited to move into this place, man. It's a nice apartment. I toured it with my brother, Ryan. He's going to be living with me, actually, for part of the lease, and that'll be cool. He's still in school. He's 3 years younger than me, so he's still got some shit to figure out, too, man. I'm a little bit ahead of the game on him in terms of that because he's younger, so he's going to have to take care of some things first. But look, it's a great, big, beautiful world, man. We're all just living in it, enjoying ourselves, having a good-ass time. I would like to live near the ocean. That's a big deal for me. I think who you live with is important as well. I think who you live around. I think who is in your social circle, but also what are your social activities? For example, you can get some really nice affordable homes out in the Denver area, let's say. But I'm sorry, I don't want to be I'm not hanging out in a social circle who's hey man, we're going rock climbing this weekend. What the fuck? On purpose? No. No. Hey, man, we're going to go skiing. Are you fucking dumb? Like, hey, we're going to go for a hike. A hike? What? Why? Why? I understand going for a hike. Like, look, I'll be on vacation. I visited my friend Rob out in Asheville, North Carolina, right? Or Black Mountain. We went for a hike. I get that. I went on a little trip. I'm out in the mountains. Hey, when in Rome. No shot can you get me to move somewhere where that's one of like the hobbies, you know? Hey, man, let's go kayaking. That's different. I like water stuff. But I want to move somewhere near the beach where they're like, hey, man, you want to come play volleyball? Hey, you want to go fishing? Hey, you want to learn how to skimboard with me? Hey, I'll be down south, right? Hey, you want to go line dancing? You want to go country line dancing? Fuck yeah, I do. You know? Hey, do you want to just like hit the beach, have a beach day with like, I'll hit up, we'll get some ladies out there. It'll be a good time. We'll just all hang out. We'll drink a little bit, get on the beach, you know what I'm saying? Get a little sandy. Yeah, sign me up. Sign me up for that. Yeah. Yes. I'm interested. Going to the beach is one of my favorite things, man. It's one of my favorite hobbies. Dude, I want to slurp on some puss, and that's octopus for those of you listening. Don't get it twisted. And chill out in the sun. Maybe sip some pineapple juice, you know? That's what I'd like to do with my life. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I would like to do. Maybe with a couple of bad biatches. I don't know. All right. I'm just making shit up as I go. All right. I'll be honest with you. I'm just making it up. So, speaking of good times with friends, I went to Dallas this past weekend. Yeah, I did. I had a blast, man. I had a good time. I shot some content. I have like a little bit of like backup in my like nosy nose. Can you guys hear it in my voice? Do I sound a little snotty? I don't want to snort on camera. But it was really creating a problem for me. So I love a little dead air. I went to Dallas this past weekend. And I visited two friends of mine. You know, two friends of mine, Brooke Butter and Lottie. That's what we're going to refer to them as. And I met some of their friends, and we hung out. We palled around. We drank some alcohol. We listened to some music. We had great conversations. I met some really interesting people. I met a couple of people from across the pond. And that was interesting because they always talk a little funny, and I like that. That makes me smile. You know, it makes me smile. I just had an idea. I want to create a TikTok account, I know I have like 6 or 7, where I post, let me tell you what I'm going to post, where I post clips from my podcast. That's what I'd like to do. Specifically that, bro. Is it going to do well? I don't know. But I'm going to have fun with it. So it was cool, man. Shout out to Ben. You know, shout out to Laura and Lindsay. It was a good time. Met some humans. That was cool. It was cool, man. I enjoyed myself. I had a good time. Shout out to Ash the cat. That cat fucking loved me, and I loved her. And we cuddled, and I scratched her head. And she was very chatty. She was always like, meow, meow. And I was like, okay, I hear you. Come here. And it was a great little weekend. Filmed some content for the Strictly Admirers. If you know, you know. That was interesting. That was it was a 3-person scene, you know. There's some of that going on, and that was interesting and fun, and Yeah, it was wild. It was interesting. I still don't know. I don't know. Like, I'm enjoying that life. But I'm not sure if I don't know if I'm going to continue to do that as time goes on. We'll see. I'm thinking about it. Who knows, man? Who knows? I like it. It's fun. It's interesting. But I don't know if it's the kind of thing that I want to continue doing or if it's because I like the financial side of it. So, really quick, fun, big tip for those of you out there who maybe post on Lonely Pans and you're like, yeah, I want to grow my following. I need to post more. I need to post better stuff. Like, no, you don't. You need to make TikToks that hint at your OnlyPans and get those people to come over. You don't grow on OnlyPans by working harder at making more content. I think that's silly. That's a silly thought process. Yeah, I need to post more. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna get no. You need to get eyeballs. You need to pique interest and to let people come in. Like, yeah, you need to be posting content. You can't be slacking off. I slack off a little bit, but what's more important, I think, is piquing the interest and getting them inside the restaurant. You know what I'm saying? And then when the food is good, they'll be like, oh, okay, I think I'll come back. You smell me? But you could be making great food and have no customers, and I think that's much more common, and that's upsetting to me. You'd rather have a lot of customers and decent food than kick-ass food and no customers, because your bottom line is going to be way, way nicer if you do that. Business people, make money, get paid. Listen, I'm no expert in making money and getting paid. I'm not. I'm really not. I'm not there yet. I'm trying. But also, here's the thing, man. Money isn't everything either. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, maybe you want to have an amazing OnlyPans account, and you don't really worry about how much money you make. Fine. If that's what if that's your thing, go for it. You know? Like, for example, I'm over here, I could potentially pimp out myself on TikTok and strictly just be like, how can I get the biggest dollar amount from brand deals and shit? And while that is a concern, I wouldn't want to sacrifice my own, like what I want to be doing or what I want to be posting in order to do that. You feel me? So that's important too. You have to weigh these things. It's good stuff. Good talk. So in Denver, we went to this place called The Backyard. It was cool. The music was really freaking loud. I couldn't hear shit. I couldn't hear the person next to me, and I wanted to have, so we're in the apartment. We're doing a little pregame. I had like one drink at the apartment or whatever, and we're hanging out, talking, chatting, and, we're having good conversations. I'm talking to the people there, enjoying myself. I'm meeting a couple of new friends. We're sharing our experiences. I'm not from there. I'm from Long Island, baby. I'm not from Dallas. What are you talking? They're not from. I was talking to people from fucking the UK. We're not from here. We don't know what's happening. We're just down here, And then we go to the backyard. Then we Uber over to the backyard, and I was sleepy at this point. I was ready for a fucking nap, dude. But I woke up. I come alive in the nighttime. Look me in the eyes when I tell you this. I come alive in the nighttime. If you're a listener right now, pretend that you're looking me in the eyes. I come alive in the nighttime. I do. I come alive in the nighttime. And so we got to the backyard, and I was like, and it wasn't a club necessarily. It was kind of like a loosey-goosey. It was like a bar. There was some fake like turf on the ground with cornhole. There was like some arcade game. Like, it was like a weird mix. It wasn't like a club. It was like a fun bar, but it was loud. The music was loud. Like, you couldn't really have conversations. You really couldn't. Unless you're like in the person's ear, like, and I didn't want to be doing that too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's this thing, like, listen, man, I like my voice. I do. But then there's this thing that happens when you feel like you have to yell and you're like out at somewhere loud and your voice changes. Like, you feel like you're using your most annoying voice. Like, if we're sitting somewhere and I'm talking to you and I'm like, hey man, like, how's it going? Like, what's life like? I like my voice at indoor levels. I like my voice. It sounds nice. But when I need to like yell and I'm like, I just get really like, it gets weird. It doesn't sound as sexy. Doesn't sound as good, man. So I was doing a little bit of that, and I was also drunk. So I'm like drunk and then I flipped this guy off on the way out. Double flip off, double bird, both hands, middle finger in each. And I think I made fun of his mustache. There was reason. Okay, I'm not going to go into it, but I just know. You guys know me. There was good reason. All right, don't come at me in the comment section. Don't be doing that. I had reasons. Okay, I had a reason. So anyway, it was cool. It was a good time. I ate so many oysters. Lottie and I, we're going to use, I guess that'll be the name that we use, got some oysters. We went to this restaurant and got some oysters. We each ate a dozen. We probably could have each eaten a dozen more, to be completely honest. Yeah, that happened. I fucking love oysters, man. I love slurping on the salty, squishy oyster. Quote me on that, bro. Quote me on that. Hard. I love that shit. I'll slurp it up, bro. I'll slurp it up. So things we've talked about slurping so far on this podcast. We've talked about slurping some puss, and that's octopus. Don't get it twisted. And we've talked about slurping some oysters. Okay? They'll give it to you with some horseradish and some cocktail sauce, which is funny because it says cock in it, and I think that's great. But and some lemon, of course, and it's on a bed of ice. You squeeze the lemon on there. You have to. If you don't squeeze the lemon, you're like, I don't know what you're doing at that point. You squeeze the fucking lemon. Then, this is a professional move that I was introduced to, and I've never done this before, but you take a little bit of the horseradish and put it in the cocktail sauce, which, first of all, already has horseradish in it. I don't understand why we were doing that, but whatever. Then you stir. It becomes this creamy colored, like a creamy red paste, and you put a small dollop of that on each oyster. I like to save one oyster of each type. We had 3 different types of oysters on our trays. I like to save one, like just clean, nothing on it, or maybe just lemon, so you can get the natural taste of that oyster. You know, sometimes the natural scent. Listen, quote me on this. Sometimes the natural scent is the way to go. Sometimes. Be careful with that one, all right? You have to give them the smell test, too. That's important, but... All right. Enough of this. Enough of this crudeness, bro. Enough of this crudeness. This week, typically I do a pretty good job at like meal prepping and buying groceries that are healthy and whatnot. This week, man, like the next 3 days-ish, I think I'm going to be eating out like a lot. More so than cooking. And I don't mean eating out like going to sit down at a restaurant. I mean like going to get something, you know, like whatever, like a $7 fucking lunch tray or whatever. I don't know. But I'm going to be ordering, you know, or like go and pick up food because I don't want to be buying groceries when I'm leaving in a couple days. That just doesn't make sense to me. And I've already cleaned everything out, so I don't want to like add, like my car's packed, my pots and pans are in the car, you know, my silverware, like everything's in the car, so I don't want to be doing it. I don't want to do that. That doesn't make sense to me. I just don't want to do that. So I'm going to be getting food from, you know, establishments, and that's going to be a cool little time. So there's that. Today, what am I going to do today, man? I don't know. I'm going to play a couple games of Valorant to get my fix. I'm going to finish loading my car, with the exception of like the stuff I need to sleep here tonight. I'm going to take out all the garbage. I'm going to call the new apartment place to see what the deal is. I'm going to call this apartment place to see what the move out procedure is. Like, I just need to bring them the key, and then, you know, I just hope I get approved for this apartment because like they're taking a little while, and I think maybe it's just because they're going back and forth with the whatever, and they have to give them the paperwork. But what happens if they say, "Hey, you're not approved"? Then what? That's weird. That's suspicious. That's weird. You know what? Then we change the plans up, baby, and that's okay. Because, listen, man, I'm like water. Okay, I'll flow. I'm fluid. All right, I'm fluid. I'm like water. I will swoosh and swirl and I'll do it. And I'm not. Listen, nothing is below me. Wait, how does the saying go? I'm not above anything, man. I'll do it. If they're like, "Hey, fuck you. You're stupid. We don't want you in this building," and I'm like, "Well, that kind of cut deep, but okay, thanks." You know what we do next? Onward, baby. Onward. We look for the next place. You know, Things I want in an apartment complex: in-unit washer dryer, gigabit internet, fitness center. A pool would be nice. You know? Preferably in a place with some young people in the vicinity. Okay. What else? I don't know. I want to be near the ocean. I really do. I do. I know I do. So, yeah, there's that. There's that, of course. You know? That's how I feel, man. That's how I feel. So if they tell me no, I'm gonna find a different place, and that's A-okay, baby. That's A-okay, baby cakes. You know, that's A-okay. I think a lot about where I want to be in this life. You know, I think a lot about where I want to end up. One thing that I do need to get is I need to get health insurance. So that's kind of the issue, man. Like if I don't have a place, like a permanent residency where I can like have an address, then what? So it's like I can't just float around the country without an address. You know, I can't just be a drifter. You know, this is making me question everything, man. You know, maybe. But I think my living space has to be pretty nice. Like I think it has to hit a certain, because my TikToks are based on my living space pretty much, right? So like when I'm talking about things I keep in my bathroom, like it has to be like, it can't be this gross bathroom. It has to be relatively clean and like you can keep a bathroom clean, but I can't move into like an old building necessarily. Like because you guys know they're just not. Can't be doing that. I can't be doing that. I just can't be doing that. I would like to get a house with a couple good friends, man. That's what I would like. Actually, fucking Brooke Butter and Whole Lot of Heart, we talked about getting a house. We're like, yeah, let's fucking get a house, bro. Let's do it. Let's get make a content out. I have a good friend, the Geordie Journey. Shout out to the Geordie Journey. And we were like, yo, let's get a house. And she was like, yo, how about Hawaii? And I was like, you are tripping, but also maybe. It's beautiful as fuck over there. I got a lot of respect, dude. Hawaii's cool, man. I've never been, but I from what I've seen and heard about it, man, yeah, bro. I'm interested. You've piqued my interest. In fact, I'm gonna message her right now. I'm gonna see if she wants to be room. I'm gonna message her right now. I'm gonna go on Instagram. I'm gonna do it on live, on stream. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna cover up my spaceman here. But that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to messages right now. I'm gonna go type in Geordie. The Geordie. I can't find her. Okay, we're not gonna message her now, but I will message her. I think she'd be a great roommate. I think she'd be a fantastic roommate. I think I'm gonna hit her up. And she's a TikToker. I wonder how many followers she has on TikTok. Let me pull up my phone. Because I'm curious, man. You ever see people and like they have some followers and you're like, oh shit. I have people come to my stream sometime and it'll be like 100K followers. And I'm like, what? I'm like, right on, dude. Good stuff. People got them followers, bro. My C cleaner just updated. Decline, close. What are you doing? No, don't pin to taskbar. God damn it. I'm trying to record a podcast here. Can you stop? Thank you. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We're going to go ahead and check this right now because I'm very curious and I'd like for you guys to experience this moment with me. She has 148,000 followers. Love that. Good for you, man. Good for you. Hell yeah. Get that clout. Get that TikTok clout. We're hovering around 623.7 thousand followers right now. And that's nice, but we need some more growth, dude. We need some growth. I think we hit 600, then we went up to 620, and like now 624, and then I went back down, and we lost like 300 because that happens when you don't really post. Plus, some people's accounts get deleted and whatnot and all that. But we need some growth, man. We're going to continue to post. We got to continue to post out here. And the mild stressor that I'm experiencing right now, mild stressor, is that I'm not in a situation, in a living space situation that is super conducive to posting TikToks. Right? So that's my only kind of hang up right now. You smell me, bro? Do you smell me? I smell you. I smell me. I smell me. And that was another thing, man. The whole bouncing around like Airbnb thing. It's like, okay, how am I gonna make? How the fuck am I gonna make TikToks about, you know, setting up your bedroom, setting up your bathroom and stuff when I'm in other people's bathrooms and other people's bedroom? Like I'm in Airbnbs, bro. That doesn't make sense. I need my page is about hospitality, creating a home that people feel comfortable in and like welcomed and warm and taken care of. And how am I supposed to do that when I'm just traveling around Airbnbs? I need a home. I need a place. I need to make that living space happen. You know what I mean? So that's my goal. I need to make that living space. I need to get a living space. I want some security. I want to be able, dude. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at mentally right now. And I think you guys kind of understand and smell what I'm stepping in. I'm going to give him a call. We're going to check up on him, and we're going to see what the deal is there. So that's how I feel about that. Another thing I'd like to do when I move down south is I'm going to need to get some clothing, some warm weather clothing. I'm going to need to do some shopping. These 5.5 inseam shorts, man. I hear you guys. I hear you loud and clear. Everybody's freaking out about them. Dude, fashion and clothing is one of those things that you need to take your time with, I think. And if you settle for less than perfect, you're going to just kind of beat yourself up about it, I think. Like, say you order something online that you want to wear and you get it and it's not quite the perfect fit, but you're just like, yeah, it's fine, I'll deal with it. Nah, you're just going to wind up throwing it out in a couple months because you're going to be looking at it like, fuck. You know? I think when it comes to clothing, you need to take the time to find the stuff that's perfect. You need to get yourself into a rhythm. And that's with everything, I think, in your home life. And like, you got to get everything dialed in to just how you like it and then maintain that wave, baby. So that's what I'm going to do. I found some cotton shorts from Old Navy, actually, that I really, really liked. The fit, you know, the material's great. I sometimes, like, I could wear them to the gym, or I could just wear them around the house, or wherever, you know? You can wear them out. You can wear cotton shorts out. I'm not above wearing cotton shorts. I'll wear some cotton shorts out. You throw on a t-shirt, some white sneaks, go get some lunch, bro, on a nice sunny day. Enjoy yourself. You know what I mean? Enjoy your damn self. I think cotton shorts are a move. Don't sleep on the cotton shorts, bro. That's all I'm going to say. You see me wearing cotton shorts in a couple of my Instagram photos, actually. But I don't know. Like, I'm trying to get a little bit more slim fitting on those bad boys. I'll be honest with you. But overall, not terrible. Man, isn't it crazy how far we come? I'm looking at some of my older Instagram pictures, man, and just kind of like reminiscing. We come a long way. I look back to stuff I was doing 2 years ago. I'm like, what the fuck was I doing, bro? What was I doing? You know? Sheesh. No, sir. But that's okay, man. We grow. I think when you look back on yourself, this is something I did a lot as like as just a creator in general. It could be like you make a choreography. It could be you take some photos. It could be you make a video. It could be anything. And you look back on what you did, even like a year ago, 6 months ago, and you're like, ugh, what was I doing? You know, I look back on TikToks I made in fucking August, not even a year ago. And I'm like, what the fuck? You know? And I do that all the time, man. I think that's good. I think that means we're growing. I think that means we're reflecting, but we're also developing. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing, I think. It's part of the creative process. It's a part of life, bro. This apartment, you know, I'm sitting here. This apartment I've grown a lot in. And now I'm ready for the next step. And a year from now, I'll be ready for the next step and so forth. And I think that's beautiful, man. I think it's great. I think it's fucking beautiful. That's also why I'm so afraid to make really, really long-term decisions, man, because my life changes so much from year to year. Shit, dude, getting a 30-year fucking mortgage. Are you No, I know that doesn't mean you're like locked in for 30 years. There's different things you can do and blah, blah, blah. But like, to make a decision like that it just seems difficult for me to wrap my head around. And, you know, maybe there's downsides for me being that way and for me being so dynamic in the, not dynamic, in the fact that I change from year to year so much. Is that a bad thing? Is it a good thing? I don't know. I think it's a good thing, but I definitely acknowledge the downsides. I acknowledge those downsides hard, man. Even right now, I'm kind of like, I'm in this, I think when I take a leap and I move to the next chapter of my life, there's always a bit of nervousness holding me back. There's a little bit of anxiety kind of pulling at me. And then there's this inner compass of mine that pulls me to the unknown, pulling from the opposite direction. And it's like, let's go. Like, you need, like, explore, do something different, challenge yourself, be scared, take a risk. And then there's that, the smaller side, the small, like, that wants to go inward and just curl up and turtle and be defensive. That's pulling me back and going, no, but this is safe. I want to fucking live, man. I want to make mistakes. I don't want to have regrets necessarily, because a mistake and a regret are not the same thing. They're not. I think a mistake is a good thing. I think you can learn from mistakes. Look, like some mistakes are very regretful. Like you don't want to fucking, like, I don't know. Listen, like, vehicular manslaughter is not a fun thing. Don't do that. But mistakes in general, like, hey man, that year I moved to this place. I invested too much in Bitcoin or to a Doge or whatever the fuck. I didn't make the best financial decisions. Whatever. I dated that girl. I probably shouldn't have dated her. Like, I ignored the warning sign. Whatever it is, whatever the mistakes are, man, like, you can learn from that shit. There's a lot of relatively harmless mistake or even beneficial mistakes that you can make that actually improve you as a person, because they're learning opportunities, man. So I'm about to do this thing where the rent's a bit higher, my future isn't guaranteed. The income isn't guaranteed. But someone said to me, and I appreciate this very much. Thank you so much. You probably know who you don't listen to this podcast, but someone that I'm a friend of said this to me, and she said, "Dude, you're freaking out right now about not knowing your future, your financial future, your income, your job, by doing this and going off on your own and being a creator. But nobody's future is guaranteed. You can work at the bank. You can work at some cheesy government job, whatever, and like nobody knows what's going to come next. You might get hit by a bus. You might get laid off. You might need to go and take care of your sick whoever in states away. Like, nothing in your life is guaranteed. And the only thing that's guaranteed is like, you're going to die. And she didn't say this part, but I'm now just taking it a step further, but thank you for that. And to take that same line of thought a step further, it's like, you're going to die. You are. At some point, you are going to die. So like, what the fuck are you going to do about it? For me, man, I'm going to live really fucking hard. Here's the thing. I don't want a family. I mean, look, a family can be anything you make it. So I don't want to say I don't want a family, but I really don't have interest in having children. That's not an itch that I feel the need to scratch. And I have not felt that yet in my life. So I don't think I need to, like, so for example, if it was my dream and like in my heart, I knew I wanted to have children and that was my goal in life, because I think that's a beautiful thing, man, then I'd be thinking about things totally differently. Maybe my financial life would need to be more practical, or maybe not. I don't know, but that's not really on my radar right now. So I'm in a position where I have no mortgage. The only thing that I really have to pay for, like, I have expenses obviously, but I don't have like a mortgage. I don't have children. I don't, I'm not married. Whatever. I don't have any like crazy loans out or anything. I don't have any loans out. So I'm in a position where I can take risks that maybe people who have to live more practically might not be able to take. And I have goals and aspirations and passions that are going to be more riskier, like are going to be more risky than something more traditional. So it's like everything seems to be in alignment. The only thing I don't know. My uncle said to me one day, he's like, listen, man, you're freaking out about what you want to do. This is back when I was in college. I wasn't a creator at all. I was like 19 years old. I was in college. I was having doubts about my major. Maybe I was 20. And we're at like, I don't know, some family event. We're out to dinner. And we're like standing outside. And he's like, listen, he's like, you chase what feels right to you. And, you know, you have your family to lean on. And you're never going to live in a box. You know, you're never going to be on the streets. You know, you have this network of people to support, to care for you, who have your back, you know, if things hit the fan. And I got really emotional in that moment. And I am right now, but I thought that was the most like just comforting thing to hear at the time. And because I was this scared kid, I had no money. I was in college. I was like 20 years old. I was like questioning everything. I was 2 years into a bio pre-dental degree, and I didn't want to do it anymore. And I was like, I know this isn't where I want my life to go. And so, and he's not always very emotional or very, you know, that's not super common for him. So when he was like telling me, he had this moment where he was being super real with me and connecting with me and like just kind of comforting me. That meant a lot. So, yeah, man, I felt good to me. I felt good. I felt like, all right, I can do this. You know, I've got people on my team in a way. I got people who care about me and who want to see me succeed, who want the best for me. And I just read something yesterday, actually, now that I think about it, that said, you need to surround yourself with people who want the best for you. Your network, your circle needs to be people who want to see the best version of you thrive. They want to see you become your best self. And fortunately, it has been very seldom in my life that I have to look at people in my life and go, can't have them around because they don't want the best for me. That doesn't happen often, fortunately, for me. I haven't had to deal with that very often. And fortunately, I can look at some of my friends that I know have my back, man, and I can feel really loved. And that's a really great thing to feel, you know? So as I enter this sort of next jump, as I'm taking this next leap for me, and look, man, there's people who have taken bigger leaps and bigger risks and stuff like that. But for me, this is, you know, this is the next one for me. This is the one that I'm a little nervous about, and I have some doubts and I have some uncertainties. You know, I can look at those people around me in my network who are on my team, and I can feel fortified. You know, I can feel like I have a net under me, and I have a tailwind pushing me from behind. And feels really damn good. So, feels really, really damn good. And I'm not even just talking about like my friends in real life. I mean, I'm talking about my friends in real life and family, like my back home friends, my family, but also the people who are listening to this right now, who I know from the internet, I know from TikTok, who supported me and who care about me and who express that, you know, quite often too. So, all right, I'm about to do a thing I'm a little nervous about, but I know I have a lot of people who got my back. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. And it makes it a lot easier for me, and it makes me feel safer moving forward. So, yeah, I won't be taking that for granted. Thanks, guys. Chris Petrone Weekly, episode 32. I love you. Peace.